In the fiercely competitive world of automotive racing, where victory and defeat hang in the balance of split-second decisions and engineering marvels, the landscape can shift with breathtaking speed. Such was the case in the recent showdown between automotive titans Ford and Chevrolet, where the once mighty Ford teams found themselves reeling from a series of crushing blows. At the heart of the rivalry stood Chevrolet, boasting the crown jewel of the racing circuit, a car so finely tuned and meticulously crafted that it seemed destined for victory at every turn. With unparalleled speed, precision, and a knack for outmaneuvering the competition, Chevrolet had firmly cemented its dominance, leaving Ford in its dust. Despite Ford's best efforts to regain its footing with an all-new cutting-edge car, victory remained elusive. In a cruel twist of fate, even with their latest innovation, Ford found themselves languishing at the back of the pack, unable to keep pace with the rivals. To add insult to injury, whispers of foul play began to circulate within the racing community. Rumors swirled of illegal adjustments and underhanded tactics employed by Ford teams in a desperate bid to gain an edge. Yet, despite their efforts to bend the rules in their favor, Ford's hopes of redemption were dashed as penalties were swiftly handed down, further exacerbating their woes. As the news of their misfortune reverberated through the Ford camp, a sense of despair settled over the once proud teams. The realization that even with cheating, victory remained out of reach was a bitter pill to swallow, casting a shadow over their ambitions and leaving them to grapple with the harsh reality of defeat. For the Ford teams, the terrible news served as a sobering reminder of the unforgiving nature of competition and the steep price of failure. But amidst the disappointment and disillusionment, there flickered a glimmer of determination, a resolve to regroup, rebuild, and rise from the ashes stronger than ever before. Joey Logano's recent pole-winning streak in NASCAR has been a bittersweet tale for Ford, highlighting the company's struggles rather than its successes. While Logano has managed to clinch impressive pole positions in the 2024 season, the narrative is marred by controversy and doubts surrounding the new Ford Mustang Dark Horse. Ford, historically renowned in the automotive world, finds itself on shaky ground with the Dark Horse. Despite its lofty name suggesting unexpected triumphs, the reality paints a different picture. Logano's wins are overshadowed by the shadow of a hefty fine incurred at the Atlanta race for violating NASCAR rules with modified gloves. We're still uncertain of what the new Dark Horse Mustang will be like. It's really challenging to unload at a track like Vegas, with limited practice where you can't change many things. We can't go throwing springs and stuff at this car. You're going off of really not much, like physical notes with this car. The aero numbers are different with this car. You're putting a lot of trust into what the wind tunnel numbers spit out. Logano's cautious comments regarding the Dark Horse further underscore Ford's challenges. In press conferences, he openly expresses uncertainties about the car's performance and the difficulties in adjusting to its nuances. These doubts cast doubt on Ford's ability to compete effectively in the fiercely competitive world of NASCAR. Ryan Blaney's third-place finish offered a glimmer of hope for Ford. His post-race comments revealed dissatisfaction with the performance of the rebranded Ford Mustang. Blaney expressed concerns about the similarities between the new car and its predecessor, indicating that Ford may have fallen short of expectations despite promises of improved handling for the 2024 season. I don't know. Chevys are still so fast, Toyotas are so fast, and Fords had a good showing today too. We just got a little bit of work to do. However, Blaney did not seem content with the rebranded version of the Ford Mustang, which was evident in his post-race interview. He exclaimed, "A lot of the same traits, I feel like, as the old car. We will have to kind of get back and rethink about everything. Maybe a couple of things are a little better, but got to think about that." Overall, Ford's showing in Las Vegas underscored the company's struggles to keep pace with its competitors, marking a negative outcome for the Blue Oval on the track. Stuart Hos Racing, a prominent team in NASCAR with Ford connections, finds itself embroiled in yet another controversy after Noah Gragson and Ryan Preece were penalized 35 driver and owner points for illicit roof rail deflectors. This penalty adds to a concerning trend for the team, with previous infractions involving Chase Briscoe and Kevin Harvick over the past 3 years. Despite bending the rules, Stuart Hos Racing has failed to achieve significant success with the next-gen car. Only Harvick and Briscoe have secured victories, while the rest of the team struggled to maintain competitive speeds, leading to a winless season in 2023 and limited top 10 finishes. The lackluster performance raises doubts about Stuart Hos Racing's ability to adapt to the next-gen car and find consistent speed. With Briscoe leading the team in the point standings, the remaining drivers, including replacements like Josh Berry, are struggling to make an impact. Stuart Hos Racing now faces a critical juncture where changes are imperative to avoid further penalties and salvage the team's future. Without significant improvements in performance and adherence to regulations, the outlook for Ford's involvement with the team remains uncertain, casting a negative shadow over the Blue Oval's aspirations in NASCAR. Despite Chevrolet's dominance in the early races of the NASCAR Cup Series, there seems to be a hint of skepticism surrounding the true extent of their advantage. Cliff Daniels, crew chief for Kyle Larson's number 5 Chevrolet team, acknowledges Chevrolet's current edge, but suggests that the gap between Chevrolet, Ford, and Toyota may not be as wide as it appears. He attributes Chevrolet's success partly to the continuity and familiarity with their car, while acknowledging that Ford and Toyota are still adapting to their new models. Hendrick Motorsports general manager Jeff Andrews echoed this sentiment, emphasizing the need for Chevrolet to maintain their momentum in the face of potential improvements from Ford and Toyota. While acknowledging Chevrolet's early success, Andrews acknowledges the potential of Ford and Toyota to close the gap as they become more accustomed to their new car designs. Overall, while Chevrolet currently holds the upper hand, there's an acknowledgement that the competition from Ford and Toyota shouldn't be underestimated. Despite Chevrolet's strong start, the road ahead remains uncertain, with Ford and Toyota expected to make strides as they continue to refine their new models. As the NASCAR Cup Series unfolds, Ford finds itself ensnared in a web of challenges, signaling a season fraught with turbulence and setbacks. Amidst Chevrolet's resounding victories and accolades, Ford's narrative is marred by a succession of setbacks, culminating in the announcement of penalties against Stuart Hos Racing, a devastating blow that further underscores the Blue Oval's struggles on the track. Ford's aspirations were pinned on the introduction of the new Mustang Dark Horse, a beacon of hope in a fiercely competitive arena. Yet the reality has been a far cry from the lofty expectations. While Chevrolet revels in triumph, Ford languishes in a quagmire of underperformance and disappointment. The sentiments expressed by crew chief Cliff Daniels and Hendrick Motorsports general manager Jeff Andrews cast a somber light on Ford's predicament. Their cautious acknowledgement of Chevrolet's dominance belies an underlying acknowledgement of Ford's deficiencies and the urgent need for redemption. However, redemption seems elusive as Ford navigates a labyrinth of challenges. The unveiling of penalties against Stuart Hos Racing only exacerbates the turmoil, casting a pall of uncertainty over Ford's prospects for the remainder of the season. The once promising trajectory of the new Mustang Dark Horse now seems marred by adversity, casting doubts on Ford's ability to regain its competitive edge. As Ford grapples with these tribulations, there's a palpable sense of urgency to address the underlying issues plaguing the manufacturer. The stakes are high, and the pressure is unrelenting as Ford confronts the harsh reality of its current predicament. In conclusion, Ford finds itself ensnared in a maelstrom of challenges, grappling with Chevrolet's dominance and the repercussions of penalties against Stuart Hos Racing. The season ahead looms ominously, fraught with uncertainties and hurdles. Yet, amidst the chaos, there remains a glimmer of hope, a resolve to overcome adversity and reclaim Ford's rightful place among the racing elite. The journey ahead may be arduous, but with resilience, determination, and strategic foresight, Ford aims to emerge stronger from the crucible of adversity, ready to reclaim its mantle as a force to be reckoned with in the NASCAR Cup Series. Comment your opinion, like, and subscribe.